Hey guys, Max here, and in this video I want to talk about how to scale and outsource your Facebook ads if you're running Facebook ads for your business. I think this video is going to be very important for you because I've spent over $500,000 on Facebook ads in the last year or two, okay? I've had some great results with Facebook ad too. And I've tested a lot of different things. So if you watch this video, I think you're gonna get some tips on how to avoid some of the mistakes I made and maybe have some quick wins. So a bit of background. I started doing Facebook ads in 2014 when I launched my weight loss program online, and that was doing well. But after like spending $15,000 on the platform, I lost my account. So that was the first account I lost, and then going from there, I didn't advertise for like a year, and then I was like, okay, well maybe I'll try to get another account, and then I got another account, and I advertised for a year, a bit longer that time, and I lost it again, and so it kind of went on like that, and then in 2017 in March I got back on the platform, and that's where things just kind of scaled really fast for us. I kind of just figured out the way of on like for how not to get shut down doing weight loss programs on Facebook, because there's a way, but I haven't figured out. But that time I did. I did understand how not to get shut down on Facebook selling weight loss programs. So March, April, May of 2017, it really blew up. I went from like spending $5,000 a month in ads to spending like 80,000. So that was a big step for us. But then I was like spending 3-4 hours per day managing the Facebook ads, and I took all these courses from like Jason Hornung, and I was taking these other courses from Justin Brook and Nicholas Kusmik and Ben Mallow and all these guys, and I had to really train myself and really spend a lot of time, because when you spend like $3,000 per day on ads, man, like things just change really quickly. One day you're making money, another day you're losing $1,000. It's crazy, okay? So I was like, holy shit, this is stressful. I need to find someone to do that, right? For me. So I started looking. I thought I hired a lot of people on Upwork, so I started looking at Upwork. And then I contacted some agency that was recommended by Jason Hornung. Jason Hornung is like this Facebook ads guru, and some agency was recommended by them. So I tried them out, and it didn't work that well. I spent like $5,000 on a monthly management fee for a month, and long story short, it wasn't like the shittiest results, but it wasn't great either. Not great enough to continue working with them. And so after that, I tested somebody else from Upwork, and only now I feel like I found the right person that can grow with me. And now I don't do much Facebook ads at all. And we spent like close to $80,000 this month, and I almost haven't looked at the Facebook ads. Maybe like 5-10 hours the whole month. So I feel like I kind of figured it out how to scale your Facebook ads and outsource them at the same time. So I'm going to share some tips with you now. One of the first tips I want to share with you is there's kind of 3 levels that you can do your Facebook ads. I feel like you can do it yourself, which is a good way to start. I feel like you should start like that. And you do it yourself by buying some courses that are $1,000, $1,500, and you buy like 1 or 2 of these courses, and you follow these courses, you study them. And I recommend people like Jason Hornung, Ben Mallow, Justin Brook, the same guys I mentioned already. And then you do it yourself, and then you test small, and then you scale, and then you learn how it works with your funnel, and then you get better at it, okay? So that's step number 1. Level 2 is like having an employee / consultant, like contractor from Upwork working with you. And then level 3 is agencies. So my advice for you is try to go from level 1, which is you, to level 2, hire that consultant, but don't go up to level 3, which is agencies. Because I'm going to tell you what the problem with agency is. The problem with agencies is you're trying to build a business, okay? And if you want to build a business, you need to build assets, okay? You need to build things. You need to take basically it's like the farmer that needs dirt and seeds, and he builds like is literally growing like food, and then he sells food for profit, right? But how would the farmer make money if he was to go at the grocery store, buy fruits, and then reselling them at another grocery store? That just wouldn't work, right? Well, it's an oversimplification of what I'm trying to explain. But the thing with agencies is that usually when you work with an agencies, and some of them are really good. Okay, I'm not trying to make a generalization here, but most agencies have a 70% profit margin built in their services, and to accommodate for that profit margin, well, they're hiring usually junior account managers. So they're hiring pretty much the same people you could get on Upwork, and then they're trying to train them as best as they can. They're trying to build systems as best as they can to assist these employees. But most of the time, it's not like incredible, because when you start an agency, and I have friends that have agencies, when you start an agency, you're usually that level 1 person. You're doing all the ads for other people. You're doing it yourself. You're that kind of little whiz kid grandmaster that's so great at Facebook ads. But when you start your agency, you don't have time to do stuff for clients anymore. You need to spend all your time selling. So you start to spend all your time selling, and then you're like, holy shit, now I need someone to manage the accounts for my clients. So you go on Upwork, and then you hire some account manager. So, or you find them someone else, you get like an employee even cheaper. So that usually can work if you have like really high profit margins and you're willing to pay like a high ticket price to kind of not having anything to worry about. But I would say, like, for most business owners, you need to learn to do it yourself so well that you can train somebody else they should be good when you hire them, but they shouldn't be necessarily like a Grandmaster Jedi, okay? And you're going to work with them, and you're going to spend 2-3 months working with them to get them as good as possible, right? So the way you do that is you hire them from Upwork, or you hire them from another platform, and then you show them everything that you do, how you do it. You give them your trainings that you've took yourself, and then you pay them to train themselves, okay? You give them some bonus. You say, hey, like, if you follow this course, I'll give you $100, you know? And then that incentivizes them to get better. And so you're growing this one-on-one relationship with someone that's working for you, that you pay directly, okay? And then that allows for you paying less money, having a better relationship, less stress. And usually, if you find the right person, it's usually, you'll usually be pretty good, okay? And I want to share another tip is how to compensate that person. And at least for me, what I'm transitioning to right now, I was paying this guy that I hired 2 months ago. I started working with this guy, and really good. Mostly good because he's on point, you know, he's shows up on time, all these basic things. I give a lot more importance to that than like being the most wizard person at Facebook ads. So he's just like a nice, reliable person to work with. That's what I appreciate from him. But I started him off at like $50 an hour, okay, USD. So he's probably at the highest paid employee in my organization, you know. And I told him that, and obviously I pay myself a bit more than that. But I mean, in terms of employees / contractors, he's the highest paid, okay. And so here's the thing. I don't think that paying someone that does performance marketing, paying them per hour is necessarily the best idea. So what I'm trying to move him on right now is I'm trying to move into performance-based scheme, compensation scheme. So I'm working on that. I don't have the results yet to share that with you, but I just want to throw that idea out there that at some point, it's probably what you want to. It's probably one of the best things you can hope for if you have a business that does Facebook ads and you want to scale it as big as possible, and you want to stop spending so much time doing them yourselves. At least that's something I would recommend. So anyway, I feel like I'm fluff talking too much now, but I think you get the point here. So all right, I mean, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'm happy to help. Facebook ads is something I've done a lot. So all right, peace out.